Hi, and welcome back to Club at 22, the Rangers podcast from a very bright, mean Scotia this morning, not. Scotia, yesterday, afternoon / evening, I don't even know how you describe that yesterday. It was unbelievable. See, just to be in amongst it and things that happened last night, it was... how do you even soak that up? How do you even explain that last night, Scotia?
I don't think we can properly do it justice without you actually being there, and unfortunately that's the case for an awful lot of people, but we're trying to do our best to bring it across. It was great, like up until to be fair, we got a wee bit drunker than we expected to, but playing in Seville, do as the Sevillas do, it was fantastic last night.
Yeah, we went, we were semi-sensible at one point and then that got thrown out the window, but we went to a bar about 3 o'clock and there was lots of bears singing. It was brilliant.
Made up for my breakfast because I bought us a great tapas lunch.
Yeah, we had a tapas lunch which Scotia redeemed himself. He picked 3 things off the menu and it was tremendous, so that was very good. Walked through, went to a kind of sash bash thing we booked tickets for. We were in there for a bit and we came out into, it was like a square we were in and there was lots of kind of Rangers bars.
Seville?
Yeah, something like that. So we were in the square there and lots of beers. We found a bar, we sat in there and had a couple of drinks, and the boys for the Quayside, Mark and Davey and Jim, that somehow found us. I don't know why, I don't know how they found us. Brilliant to see the boys. They had the Quayside loyal flag, so we had that flying, and then a man appeared from nowhere, Scotia, when we were doing a podcast. And who was that man?
That was Marcus Tavernier.
Yeah, Tav's wee brother came and seen us, and we were talking to Tav's mum as well. We'll give a shout out to Tav's mum. What a lovely woman she was, by the way. She took a photo of me, Scotia, and Tav's wee brother, and we were singing the Tav song with Marcus's name, and he went, no, that's his song, and he wanted us to sing the Tav song, so we all sang it for him. It was fantastic. But Scotia, it's midday now, I think. It's close. It's close. I've seen the videos online. BT Rangers. It's you can feel it. There's lots of bears outside. You see them down the street. Scotia's getting shouted at all the time. Somebody noticed him for the podcast already this morning when he was getting his fags. But Scotia, it's close. It's close now.
Like, I've got the timer on my phone and counting it down, and like I see messages coming through there from Carney and Ryan as well as we're recording this, and I think everyone's got the buzz, even back in Glasgow. Ryan and Carney, their podcast last night was absolutely fantastic. I listened to that when I came in, really enjoyed it. It's see, once we're out and about, it's just going to be unreal, because as I was saying to you, it was really busy yesterday, but because Sevilla's quite a big place and there's lots of places to go, it didn't feel overcrowded like it maybe did in Manchester. Yeah. But I think today might throw that out the window. And what I would also say, I seen that I don't remember this, but I somehow ended up being on a news channel.
Yeah, you were on the news as well last night. Yeah.
So I seen
only Scotia, honestly.
At that wee square we were at, with the big Union Jack behind, and the Club at 22 podcast t-shirt as well. So no, it's been brilliant so far, and bring on today. Yeah,
got a couple of lads I know staying with us tonight, so they're coming. They should be here any minute actually. Go out for a couple of beers. There's that bell. It must be midday now, so we'll try and behave ourselves today. Obviously, we want to see the game. It's 9 o'clock the game out here, so it is quite a bit later on. So we'll bring you some content hopefully during the day, and hopefully a reaction. Hopefully, if Rangers do this, and make us dream Rangers. Welcome back to Club at 22, the Rangers podcast, and we are right in amongst it, Scotia. It's very hot, but it's...
Mostly, we've found saving the tree because Scotia again. The amount of times I'm going to say Scotia in these pods, but you can't describe it.
You look behind us, lads, and honestly, it's a sea of bears. It's bears absolutely everywhere, Scotia.
Ali doesn't know how you work the camera.
And I don't know how to work a camera, but it's a party atmosphere here. It's brilliant. We've got a few of the lads that have come to join us tonight. We've got John on. I wanna know will you be my girl. There you go. That's a song for Scotia. But aye, we've got the boys staying tonight. It's a party atmosphere, Scotia. I know it's only, 2-3 o'clock or something now, Scotia. We're trying to pace ourselves, but we know what happens here, Scotia.
You said there's a party atmosphere. I forgot that we are in a Euros for
Yeah, I keep saying it.
That just clicked in my head. Oh my god, now I'm getting like, there's all things going through my body. Oh, this is a fantastic day so far. And it's going to be a fantastic day.
Yeah, as Scotia says, it's brilliant. It's brilliant to be here, and I can't build myself to go. We're in a Europa League final at 9 o'clock tonight, Spanish time. But yeah, we'll come back. Hopefully, we'll come back with another video before kick-off.
We'll get one in the stadium.
Yeah, we'll get
the stadium that isn't showing the actual football bit. Beaming it.
Yeah, we'll get another video. Probably another couple of videos before the kick-off, and then hopefully, and obviously an after-match reaction, hopefully. But absolutely fantastic here in Seville. Absolutely scorching, as I say. But the Bears are in good voice, and it's fantastic.
There's like a couple of girls there that are like 2 and 1, sort of up and back about. Their first trip to Seville.
Yeah, there's
the first trip to Fallen Rangers.
Bears,
brilliant. Everyone is fucking loving it.
Bears for everywhere, but aye, we'll come back in the next wee bit, and we'll see in a wee bit. Welcome back to Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Scotia. You can hear the songs in the background. We've came to a more secluded bar, even though you can hear all the tunes in the background, but we're under 4 hours to kick off Scotia. Atmosphere's building. How are you feeling?
This town is filled with Rangers fans. I have not seen any Frankfurt fans today. We are fucking swarming the city. It's absolutely fantastic. You can hear the songs in the back. And as Alex says, this is the quiet place.
It's a quiet bar. Yeah, it's we're at the square. Obviously you'll see the video. We're at the square this morning, bouncing. It's absolutely roasting out here. I know I keep saying that, but it's absolutely roasting. We're close to the stadium. We're going across. We'll get tickets for the auditorium, I think. So we're away there, but atmosphere's building, and I still can't believe it's surreal to say like we're 4 hours away from kicking off in the European final, Scotia. It's dare to dream, make us dream, whatever they say.
This is the 5th European final that we've ever been in, and I've witnessed 2 of them, and it's ridiculous because I didn't, after Manchester, right, that's it. We've had we've spun put our keys in the wee box there, and then that's us. This is fucking fantastic that we're here again, because that credit needs to go to Gio, to the players. I've not even looked at like how Frankfurt are doing in terms of are they playing well or not playing badly, because all the excitement is about getting to the final. But this time round, apart from Manchester,
there's an optimism.
Yeah, there's a wee bit of belief in it, like sit and speak, and there's that wee bit of confidence that I didn't have when I was down in Manchester.
Yeah.
Here I've got the wee bit of that.
Yeah, I agree with Scotia. There's optimism amongst the Rangers fans. I still can't let myself get that far. I just always say I'm a glass half empty, but there's optimism amongst the Rangers fans. I think there's optimism amongst the Rangers players as well, and we've got a chance. It's a 50-50 tonight, it really is. Frankfurt has got as big a chance as we have. They're no pushovers, but yeah, we'll come back with another reaction in the stadium, and hopefully later on we'll come back with an aftermatch when Seville, if Rangers do this city could go absolutely tonto tonight.
There will not be a podcast if that happens, because I'll be in that river.
Well, there you
I'll
go.
be like fucking splashing out.
Well, there you
All I'd
go.
like to say is, before you leave, Carney's down with his dad. Fucking Bob Carney, love you. I can hope this is fucking the belt is for you. And then Ryan's down with his dad. I hope he's all had a fucking amazing occasion. So fucking all the best to everyone that's not here.
Yeah, but we'll be back before that. But yeah, no, echo what Scotia said. Everyone out there, Carney, Ryan, Jamie, everyone, even my dad, everyone, just soak up, embrace it. Potentially 90 minutes away from absolute history with this football club, and we'll come back to you just before kick-off. Welcome back to Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. It is the the day after the disappointment from last night. Scotia, it was a fantastic day yesterday. The build-up was brilliant. The banter was brilliant.
Yep.
Going to the game was brilliant. But the actual game, I thought was a terrible game of football, to be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't. The day leading up to it was absolutely brilliant. We were in that big square with all the other Rangers fans, then walking along to the stadium. It took us a wee adventure because it was longer than we thought to get to it. But the day leading up to the game was brilliant. The stadium that we were in, obviously we were watching it in La Cartuja Stadium. That's, I don't think it's actually any football team stadium. I think Seville and Real Betis sort of own it with the council or the local authorities. And it was an absolutely beautiful stadium. Really liked it.
Yeah, it was a nice stadium, big bullshit one. It was decent. The security staff in the door letting you in, I thought were a bit over the top, to be honest, taking suntan lotion off you and that. I'm like, come on.
And there was one boy then that it looked like he tried to smuggle in some beers. And the security guard was having none of it and ran up and shoved him, and I kid you not, this boy's forehead just whacked off the ground and like it bounced, and we're like, oh bloody hell.
The only way I could describe it is that the Billy Sharp video doing the rounds on Twitter. It's very similar to that, but no, they were a wee bit heavy-handed. But in terms of the game, Scotia, I thought the heat. I know I keep going on about, but the heat out here is. Last night it must have been. It was over 30 degrees when Rangers kicked off last night. We've had obviously a bit of chat in the group chat this morning. I think we played within ourselves, to be honest, last night. I can accept a Rangers team getting beat off a better team if they go out and show everything on the park. If I'm being honest with myself, I don't think they did last night. I really don't think. I think it was 6s across the board, 5s and that, but yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I think so too. It would look like we weren't there. And Frankfurt didn't give me the fear, really. Frankfurt deserved to win the game.
But they look more dangerous than us, though.
They look more dangerous than us. I think they deserve to win the game. But at the same time, I don't think I'm being disrespectful in saying that they're not one of the best teams that we've played so far this season. But they did deserve to win.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, the goal we scored, I thought was against her in the play. Aribo took it well, to be honest. And then the goal they got was a goal I've seen all season. A ball into the box, Goldson leaves it because he thinks somebody else is dealing with it. Can he do that? He needs to put his foot through and deal with it. And it goes one each. And I'll be honest, Scotia, at that point, I thought, I can't see us scoring. I couldn't see where the goals were coming from. And I honestly thought they would probably go on and nick it. And our best shot was probably getting it to extra time.
Yeah, I mean, when we went 1-0 up, I was standing in the queue for a beer with loads of other folk at that point, and I was watching the game on YouTube on my phone, but it was like 30 seconds behind the stream that was getting put to us in the stadium, and then the place just erupted. We all went mental down in the wee Esplanade area where we were, run up the stairs, met you, and it was great when we scored, and then you're like, right, come on Rangers, we can actually, hold on to this, and you hope they do. And usually with Rangers, we do stuff like that and we concede instantly. Yeah. So it went 7 minutes and you're like, oh no, this is good, and then as you say, Goldson doesn't cover himself in glory, and yeah, it goes 1-1, and then at that point you're like, what's going to happen here? Because even at this point in the game, we still didn't look as if we were driving forward. We were pretty lethargic, I thought. I
didn't really think we could get a game going at all throughout the 90 minutes. It's disappointing. Got to extra time, obviously. Extra time's a bit of a non-event. Frankfurt probably had the better chances. I would say in the 90 minutes, I thought Frankfurt should have had a penalty on VAR. I think I would have called for it if it was against Rangers, so I'll say that. But extra time, bit of a non-event. Ryan Kent, that chance.
Oh, I was half grabbing you at that point when it came across the goal, man.
I've looked back at it and he's got to score, but he does connect well with it. The keeper luckily gets his foot out, and at that point I turned to you, Scotia, and went, well, it's going to penalties now, but nah. Yeah.
Well, to be fair to that keeper, he probably redeemed himself a wee bit because he probably should have done far better for Joe Aribo's goal. Yeah. So he probably redeemed himself in the eyes of the Frankfurt fans. But yeah, penalties came up and it was,
yeah, oh, no. Yeah. No, when it went penalties and after that Ryan Kent miss, I was like, nah, this isn't our day. And great penalties to start off between Rangers and Frankfurt. Their penalties were outstanding, by the way. Davis's was good, and then Aaron Ramsey steps up, and weird, everyone where we were just thought he's going to miss this, and he did, and it was a dreadful penalty. he put the laces through it at least, but it was a dreadful penalty, Scotia. And when that happens, at that point, no, we are 100% going out, and that's what happened. We went out in penalties. It's the worst way to go out, especially in a major European final. The way we've got here, the teams we've put out, and to fall at the final hurdle against a decent team, but we've beat better teams in this run in, is extremely disappointing. It's a hard one to take, it really is hard. But at the end of the day, that's football, unfortunately. It's a horrible sport at times. It's a great sport, but it can be a horrible sport, and we can't mump and moan now. We need to move on to Saturday, which is now an even bigger game. And we have to win. We have to win on Saturday to get something back for the season in terms of trophies. So, final thoughts, Scotia?
It's really despondent, really. What I will say is, when we were leaving that stadium coming out, that is the weirdest experience I've felt as a Rangers fan. Everyone walking out that stadium, no one was speaking to each other. You could just feel this deflatedness about everyone. I mean, I remember there was a game we played Hibs a couple of years back, around about Christmas time.
Yeah.
We get beat, I think, and I came out that absolutely raging, fuming. This one, I came out and it was just, I felt like I had no life left in me, really. It was a really weird feeling coming out of that stadium.
Yeah, it was, but wasn't meant to be. Yeah, they're taking us on a fantastic run, Rangers, and it was fantastic. The build-up in Seville's been brilliant as well. It's just unfortunate the final hurdle, we've fallen at it, and to go out in penalties it is a hard one to take. But like I say, that unfortunately that is the world of football, and we need to move on. We can't stand still. We need to move on. We've got a big game on Saturday, and then it'll be a rebuild in the summer for next season. But me and Scotia are still in Seville. We're here today. We're in Faro tomorrow before our flight, so we'll still bring some content of idiots abroad. So we'll bring you a couple of videos of us out and about. Maybe not football related, but you'll see us out and about anyway. And we will see you on Saturday. Welcome back to Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. And thought I'd bring a wee bit of culture, because Scotia's a very cultural man. So he's brought us to this place. I don't even know what it's called, Scotia, to be honest.
There's a Plaza de España, something like that.
Yeah, I think this is where the Frankfurt fans actually were last night. Like, they got an absolutely lovely area compared to us, but I mean, I'll sort of skim it around, but it's some place here, Scotia. It's up. I know.
Wee bit of Spanish music
there's
on
a
it
bit
as well.
There's a bit of Spanish music in the background. Scotia's enjoying himself. There's a fountain over there which I would love to dive into now, because it is, I don't know how many times I've said this in this podcast, it is absolutely scorchio. But no, the trip's nearly at an end, Scotia. We're in Faro tomorrow before we get a flight. But this is our last night in Seville, so it's been a great city. It's a fantastic city to come. Anyone who wants to come here as a kind of city break, I'd highly recommend it. Really nice people. Really enjoyed the Rangers fans as well. Apart from the result yesterday, obviously, which was still a bit of a sickener, it's been a fantastic trip overall, Scotia.
It has indeed, yeah. And today's I'm slightly despondent, but trying to not focus on the football too much and just enjoy the city, as you say, because it's been brilliant. The locals that we've all met have been fantastic. Met a wee old woman in one of the places we went to, and she apologised for her English being bad, and her English was impeccable compared to our Spanish. So no, it's been great. I've really enjoyed it. Just wish we were here a wee bit longer, to be honest.
Yeah, if Rangers didn't make it in that bloody Scottish Cup, Scotia, he'd be a bit longer.
I'm still weighing up the options. We do have that apartment until Sunday.
No, the things you do for Rangers, we will be back on Saturday to go to Hampden and watch Rangers in the Scottish Cup final. I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I think we will when it hits Saturday. We will. It's a major cup final. We've not won the Scottish Cup since, I think it's
2009.
2009. I don't think that was Yellow. I think it was Novo that scored.
Well, was it?
But yeah, like I say, we'll probably do maybe a couple of videos. We're in Faro tomorrow, and obviously we've got the journey home tomorrow. We've got a bus to Faro, a flight to East Midlands, a drive that I need to do myself. Scotia can sleep up to Glasgow. I think we get in at 2 in the morning tomorrow, and then we're back up early doors, obviously, for the Scottish Cup final. So yeah. We will we'll do a couple more videos, and we'll come back to you then. But thanks for enjoying the experience me and Scotia have brought to you. It's a bit of culture. I thought we'd think it's two idiots abroad, but I think we've brought a wee bit of culture, Scotia, haven't we?
Oh, a small, very small amount, yes.
Yeah, but no, we'll come back with a couple of videos, and like I say, after that we'll come back with reaction on Saturday after the Hearts game. Cheers. Hi, and welcome back to Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Myself and Scotia have successfully made it at Faro. Standing down at the marina here, Scotia. We had dreams of it being quite glamorous down here, but to be honest, it's a bit, it's very disappointing down here.
Yeah, it's not as glamorous as it's hoped, but it's still a nice enough area, I know. Yeah. So we've had a wee wander around Faro today. That's nice enough. It's an awful lot cooler. Lovely breeze, as you can see with my hair going all over the place there. But just have a wee wander, I think, before we head to the airport for our flights back home.
Yeah, it's still quite a lot of bears here, actually, to be fair. A lot of them are taking mad routes. Just spoke to a guy there that's going via Valencia, an 8-hour layover, Brussels, a 4-hour layover, and then Edinburgh. The guy this morning was on a bus to, where was he going, to Benidorm, and then another way. I think me and Scotia have actually got not a bad route, to be fair. I know we've got 2.5 hour flight, then we've got another 4.5 hour journey to Glasgow, make it in. But I think we've been semi-lucky, Scotia, in terms of our journey compared to other bears out here.
Yeah, definitely. I think we have indeed. And the guy that we were just talking to just before we recorded this is the second take of this, because he came up to us and interrupted the video, so we're doing it again. But he had quite a big expensive flight for him for that, so I think we've worked out really, which is great.
Yeah, no, it's been a good journey so far. Like we say, we're in Faro now. We'll have a wee look about. Our flight's not until 5:25, I think it is. So we'll see what the airport's like. We've heard mixed reviews of it's mobbed, and then
one of my wee brother's pals was at I think it was the Bristol flight last night. From EasyJet, they get cancelled, and I've heard horror stories on Twitter about that flight as well. Like there was no accommodation given to folk with wains and stuff. So yeah, we're really fortunate that so far we've lucked out and not really come across any problems.
Yeah, no, as a plane flies above my head there. No, like I say, it's been decent, so muck about Faro here. Scotia will have a couple of pints, no doubt. I can't, because I need to drive when I get back on the road, so it's probably quite good, to be honest, because I've got the cup final tomorrow. But we'll probably bring you one last video as we head up the road and kind of sum up the journey we've been on. But it's apart from the result which we've covered, it's been fantastic so far. Meeting the bears and the stories and what's been going on and helping out people out here, it's been phenomenal. There'll be umpteen stories from people coming out. But we'll talk to you then. Cheers.